Hey guys, welcome back to Channel Pause Window Cleaning. This is week number 23 of our 100K journey of 2024. Now, before we begin, this week's sponsor is Project 2 Payment. Now, Project 2 Payment is a CRM software that my wife and I have been using, and we love it so much. And what helps a lot is that it helps us, because in the past what we used to do is have to do everything by ourselves. You have to give a bid, then give the bid to the client, then from there create an invoice, and then we create a receipt for them. It just became so much of a process. So what we ended up doing was partnering up with Project 2 Payment. Now everything is so much smoother. Like especially today, we had 2 jobs. We are destroyed from those 2 jobs, and it's just so easy because now that we're done with the jobs, now we can just send them the invoice. Then from there, we can just move on with our lives, and it's nice because it keeps track of all our payments. So if someone says pays the invoice, it'll automatically convert to paid, and it just makes things so much smoother. But also too, what I really like is that there's a credit card processing fee, like all processors, right? But what's awesome is that it's at 2.9%. So it can be in person, it can be online, it doesn't matter, because that's kind of where other credit card processors get you at, is that it has to be done a certain way. But in this case, it's so easy. You just send it to them, or you can do it in person, and it's the same 2.9% fee plus 30 cents. So that's the fee for that. But we really like it a lot because it's just great that we can just do everything all at once, don't have to worry about anything. On the description down below, I actually have a link for you guys. We were able to make a deal with them that if you guys were to use my link and use my name Pause, or Pause Window Cleaning, whichever one's easier for you, you get 3 free months to use the software. 3 free months. I mean, you can't really beat that, right? Thank you so much, Project 2 Payment. Now, let's get straight into this week's video. Now, this week, I will say that we were very busy. We had a lot of different things going on today. Well, today too, but for the whole week. And let's kind of just recap. So I kind of have notes here because we had quite a few jobs. But our first job this week was very nice because it was a returning client. And what was very interesting about this job is that they also have solar panels. So we cannot just start very late for the job. We kind of have to start a little bit early so that, and also now in Southern California, we have the June gloom. So it kind of nice that you can kind of have like a little bit of a later time to do solar panel cleaning. But I would say the sooner the better, because if you don't want to do solar panel cleaning in the middle of the day because the panels are hot. If you put water on it, sometimes it can crack. Hopefully you're licensed and insured so that you can cover yourself if that were to happen. But we were able to do that first thing in the morning, and then we were able to do the rest of the house. Very nice family, and they ended up, I remember last year when we did their house, we did the whole house, and some of the screens weren't fitting, and it was just kind of funny because I kind of tried to force it in, and I showed them, and they're like, okay, it's not a problem. I did the best that I could. If not, I wouldn't break it. So they kind of understood that. And so this time around, they were like, hey Andy, got good news. All our screens have been replaced. They got the person to come, like from the company that installed it from last year, was able to fix it. So now you're good to go. And he was totally right. I was able to go in and out with my wife very quickly because we didn't have to worry about trying to force the screen to come out and put it back on. It was very smooth. So that was really awesome. And so right after that, this house was going to be put on the market. So I guess job number 2, they were going to put their house on the market. And so then from this one, they needed it done on Monday, the same as the first job. And so then when we got there, I gave him a bid a couple weeks ago. He used Project 2 Payment actually. So actually it's kind of nice that I already starting to know the program and everything. But anyways, so we were able to have that job done. It was just so smooth because no one was there. So actually I pretty much just went in, everything like that. And so we were able to meet up with him. He was able to sign the contract, get everything good to go. And yeah, it was super smooth, man. But the thing is that the air conditioner wasn't on. So we were trying to clean the inside, and it was just so hot inside. And so we sometimes, my wife had to come out of the house, and even I had to go inside to do some windows too. It's just the way the house was. It's just I had to go inside. But yeah, it was kind of it was just like an oven in there sometimes. But at some points, as you say. But all in all, it was nice. We were in and out. That whole Monday was just, yeah, pretty nice just to get all that done on Monday. And then our next job, we've done this job quite a few times now, and it's a very nice house. We just are very grateful to have that job. It's just it's just, yeah, it's a big job. They really like us a lot, and you know, we do our best every single time for any job to make sure that it's done right the first time. But this time around when we were cleaning, the reason I'm saying all this is because I used to go one direction, right? And I was able to do all the windows and then everything like that. But this time they had like some people parked in like the driveway, so it was kind of hard to go one way. So we ended up going the reverse way, and it was kind of like an awesome surprise to us because we were able to be more efficient, because we were able to move all the tubing, but move all the system and everything more smoothly. And we were just like, man, we should have done this the other way. So just, I guess, as an idea for you, if you have a house that you do regularly, you know, always try to, maybe if it's like a huge house, you know, you always go one way, why not try the other way? Because in this case, what happened was when we went to the right, there's like a part of it that it's like the first floor, but then it kind of shrinks to the second floor, or to the first floor, then it goes down one floor, I guess. So technically the first floor is the second floor, if that kind of makes sense. And then from there we have to kind of go to the third floor, which is technically the second floor. Does that kind of make sense, right? Because this is where we start, and then when we start going down, it kind of goes to the first floor, right? But then we need to go to the third floor, but from the first floor is the second floor, first floor. You hopefully kind of get what I'm saying. So before, I would have to get my pole, and then I have to extend like 2 levels, and then I would have to go up the stairs, try to get it. But now when I went this way, it was so much easier because I was already on the ground floor, and then I just went up one really quick with my pole. And actually, I just went all the way around. Oh, yeah, because they had stairs on the side. So yeah, never mind that. So I'm just so used to doing the other way. But yeah, so it was so much smoother, and it was so much nicer. And so they're gonna have like a few parties, so that's pretty cool. So they're gonna be able to have clean windows for that. And so yeah, they were very happy with the results. And so one of our favorite clients for sure, and they're always so nice to us. And so yeah, we're really happy to do their windows. So then after that, we had another job, another repeat client, and it's so nice because I've done her windows, I think, even before COVID. And yeah, it's just been so nice to see her and I, like, kind of like things in life change, you know, like she saw me single and then married, and so it's really nice. And so one thing I really like about this client is that every single time they always buy us lunch. They always buy us like a sub. It's always so good, and you know, it's like their way of giving us a tip. And this time around, we couldn't stay long. We had an appointment afterwards, but we did tell her that we couldn't have lunch, even though she offered again. It was very nice. But what we ended up doing was she had a few screens that were kind of dirty. So we were like, you know what? You were so nice to us the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 times, that this time around we want to take care of you. So we ended up cleaning a few of her screens, and she was super happy about it. But again, you know, it's like those type of clients, you don't mind, you know, doing those little extra little favors, you know, like, you know, clean a couple of screens for them. And yeah, she was very happy about that. And you know, we were happy with the, you know, the job too, and we can't wait to see her. Now she used to do it, I think, every year, but now she wants to do it every 6 months. So that's awesome. And we're looking forward to having those subs that she always gets for us. So anyways, so now moving on to today. Now today, it was pretty big jobs. Now in the past, and I talked about a client that you know, that how did I word it last time? Now I have to think. A couple of weeks ago, I gave a bid to them, and it was pretty much a mansion, right? And she was like, "What? I thought it was going to be your minimum." And I'm kind of like, you know, so hopefully you guys kind of remember that. So what ended up happening was we went to her house today. Again, like I said, we went $50 less than what we offered, like the original bid. And they were okay with that, but we kind of figured that we're going to make up with the screens. She had a lot of screens, so ended up being like an awesome like transition, in a sense that we lost a little bit of money, but we gained it back, and then some, and some more. I don't know, but anyways, so we really got there. We really liked the job because it was very simple. Everything was very right in front of us, and we were able to go in. Now they just had the inside frame of like the window and screen. They were just painted, so we had to be very careful, which of course we do that in every house, but in this case we had to be a little careful because some of them you just boop, pop off and you're good to go. This one was kind of like you had to push into the little socket, I guess, and then pull out, and then pop it up again. It was like a kind of like a V kind of thing, you know, like up, down, and then up again. So all in all, you know, it was nice to be able to like help them out with that, to, you know, take off the screen, and now you're able to take it off more easier. But yeah, we were there in and out, and they really loved the results, and they were just amazed by like, wow, you know, this water fed thing, you know, you're able to, you know, clean windows and be able to have these results. And so but yeah, they were very happy with that. They were the ones that wanted to have the discount, but then they saw that with our work, they understood why we charge the way we do. They were very happy. So hopefully they'll leave us a very nice review, and we'll be able to, you know, ultimately be able to have more reviews from Google, so, and Yelp or whatever. But let's see what else. And then yeah, so then the next job that we had was just this afternoon. And this job was, yeah, it was, they're putting the job in the market, and I actually did a video on it. So if you guys want to check that out, hopefully soon I'll be posting it, kind of just helping you guys like have like a refresh of like how to set up a water fed, how to clean windows, because, you know, every so often my videos, you know, they kind of get outdated. I know that sounds kind of funny, but it kind of gets outdated. A couple of you guys asked some questions, so kind of answer those questions in that video, try to help you guys out, especially about pressure. That's another thing too. You know, you don't want to have too much pressure, because if so, then you're going to have water shooting everywhere. So you kind of want to have a balance on that. But anyways, but yeah, it was just so much, it was so nice to be able to go there. And then the realtor that hired us, she would come in and out trying to like, you know, set everything up. But what was nice is that, you know, she doesn't even know us, first time using us, and she's just like, you know, hey, I trust you guys, you know, just do your job, and then just let me know when you leave. And so I was like, oh, okay, cool. So we were able to do that whole house, and yeah, it was, I think though, like, it was weird because I think half the house, like especially the downstairs, I think they're like brand new, because we did the whole water fed system process the same way, the whole house. Boom, perfect results. And then the ones upstairs that were kind of like hidden-ish, those ones were like, you know, kind of like, you can tell that they haven't been washed in like easily like plus 20 years. So I kind of mentioned that to them. They already knew about that. So they're just trying to sell the house, and so they're just very happy to be, you know, have the windows clean. I think the what do you call it, the house, whatever, the where they go, can't think right now, I'm really tired. But yeah, it's pretty much when they have like a housewarming, not housewarming, you know, they have like the open house. There you go, they have an open house tomorrow, so they're gonna go have people check out the house and everything like that. So but it's, they sound like they already kind of have a sale already on the house, you know, so they just need to do all the paperwork and all that. So but anyways, so this week it was a lot of big jobs, very tiresome, but I must say, even though we already said the sponsorship already, but Project to Payment really helped us out a lot, and it was just so easy just to like get a bid, send it, you know, it was just so much easier, especially this week, because wow, it was a lot of work. So anyways, so how much did we make this week? This time I didn't forget how much we made, but this week we made, ready? $4,665. That's how much we made this week. We are very tired, but obviously it was a lot of work, paid well, and most importantly, you know, it's just the beginning, because it's just the beginning of summer. Everyone wants their windows clean, and so yeah, we're just very excited to be able to have all this work coming up, and you know, obviously very thankful for the opportunity to have all this work. But yeah, and also too, I think if I'm not mistaken, there is a sale this week on WCR, 15% off resin. So I know a couple of you guys reached out to me like, hey, I want resin, you know, and all that. So this is my way. I will also text you too, text you guys too that wanted to know about it. But yeah, 15% off resin. So I'm actually don't have any resin, so I'm probably gonna order some this week. But anyways, if you want to order any resin through me or any other products, you know, feel free to reach out to me. I'll get you those links. And if you want to reach me personally, my phone number is 626-545-3132. And yeah, I guess that's kind of it. So I guess we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.